Welcome back. I'm Friar Tuck. This is my epoch, and this is our Monday hobo tutorial. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to find a spot and sleep in a parking garage. Now you may not think that's a big deal, but I got the best night's sleep of my life last night. Well, not best night, but I got a really good night's sleep, and not only that, it was probably the safest I'd felt since I've been out here. So watch the footage. I got a couple of hobos that taught me, and they agreed to be on camera and let me share this information with you because they showed me, because I've never stayed in a parking garage before. So enjoy the rest of the video. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be sleeping in a parking garage, and this is my first experience. I've got a couple of friends that are going to show me how they do it, and then I'm going to share this with you should you ever need to be in that situation again, or be in that situation at all. Go for it, guys. Is this where we're sleeping or where we're parking?
We'll park here we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes, and then.
So kind of tell me how you guys find these places and kind of the rules of being able to stay in, like, let's say a parking garage. So what would you tell somebody if you were teaching them how to do it?
Hey, shh. We can't have that. Dog park is a no-no because around here the police really don't like it.
Okay, so no police with a loud animal. Okay. So what about like hours? What time do you got to get up?
I'll say around 6 o'clock in the morning when everything, like all the sporting events, like the Heritage Bank Center where the Cyclones play, or like
okay,
Stadium. So you try to be out before. You try to be out before the first headlights you see. That's when you get out. You know, like the first set of headlights you see coming in. That's when you get out, because you never know when a car might come in and hit you. You got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
people, I've not heard people do donuts in that parking garage. Like,
it's called a serpent. You walk for a reason. It's like a serpent shape.
Okay.
And it dips down into the water, so it flows as the it's like steps. It's like something's flat. You go over. It's not but steps. Big steps.
Okay.
Down like you step.
Another thing you can do is
it'll drag you. It'll
sleep in the parking garage.
It'll suck you right in.
The best thing to do is go to the farthest you can go into it.
So go as deep as you can go into it.
Yeah.
Now, when you go in there, okay, you go in there, but how do you decide which parking garage is okay and which parking garage is not?
By how much security activity, police activity, and just pedestrian activity. Period. Because some pedestrians will tell the cops or security that they're sleeping there, and they will come and tell you to get out.
They real wild.
I don't know how it is in other. I know in Kentucky, if you get caught sleeping in city parks, parking garages, or anything that belongs to the city, you have a felony trespassing charge and you end up in jail. It's not like that here. All they can do is tell you to leave.
Okay, so they're a lot kinder here to being able to sleep. So it's much harder to sleep over in Covington, but it's also much quieter over there too.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. So if I sleep in a park there, I can get a felony.
Yep.
Oh wow. And that's the South for you though. Okay. So security, do you usually scout it out, or can you find them pretty easy?
You always got to scout it out. You always.
Okay. And then what kind of like decorum and conduct would you say to do it so that somebody keeps themselves so they don't burn it out?
Well, here here in Cincinnati, you look for the spot where there's less people's urine or
Okay.
feces or anything like that. You have to map that out. Trash. You have to see how much. Like what I always do is I look to see how full the trash cans are.
Okay, so you do your own forensics, like your own little investigation.
If the fuller the trash cans are, the more activity there is. So
Okay.
you really don't want to be there. So if you find a spot, the perfect spot is that if you find a trash can, if you find where it's like pretty much empty, where you see no trash, where it's clean, those are the best spots because that means there's less activity. So you know how people are when they get drunk and they like throw their trash around.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just looking at activity, and that's pretty easy to figure out. So if you need a spot for the night, it's raining, you can go find a parking garage. You just got to go walk around it a couple times.
Yep.
You know, and just
scout it out. Just scout it out, check it,
and so like you guys have a circuit of parking garages that you like. So how long does it take you to kind of find the right spots, and what do you do when you run into people? Or if you see others camping there.
We don't camp.
we don't use
We
avoid
can't.
it.
We keep
Oh, okay. So if you just keep on going.
Some people say strength in numbers. No, the more people you have there, the more
The
likely you
more
are to be
issues.
spotted. The more issues you're going to have,
Even
and so you can try to stay away from people. You try to stay away from other homeless people. If they're sleeping there, you avoid that spot. Try to find you a new spot because you can't trust homeless people.
Okay, understood. So if you invite people if you want strength in numbers, otherwise just keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you guys decide who you want to camp with and who you don't? Because I mean, that's always like a pressing question. Me, I generally don't camp with anybody unless I'm either invited and I like them.
Yep.
But everybody has their own criteria. Like, how do you determine?
right there.
So just you if you like them, you invite them, or you just go along. Okay, that makes sense. All right. What are the three most important pieces of advice that you would say to somebody who's been homeless for the first time, been housing their whole life? What would you tell them? Three pieces of advice. I'll let you, and then you go.
Stay to yourself. Be kind,
Be kind. Okay.
and stay out of the system. I'm getting trouble.
So stay to yourself, be kind, and stay out of the system.
Yep.
Okay. And what do you say?
I say, stay strong.
Stay strong.
Don't crack.
Don't crack. What do you mean by don't crack?
Don't go insane. Don't
Okay,
let it
so-
go by literally.
So don't lose your
Don't-
composure.
Yeah,
don't let it get
you
lose
down.
yourself.
Okay.
And when you do, get back up.
Okay. Get back up.
Show them I'm not easy to break. Not easy to
Best,
manipulate.
Okay.
Puppet.
my best piece
Don't
of
be a
advice would
puppet. And keep your faith and love.
Okay. Faith and love.
Keep
Alright.
to yourself.
And what were you
You
going
don't
to
let
say?
it. You don't let it break you. You just look at it as a bump in the road in your life, and it's not going to last. And you have to.
We'll get back up.
You just got to keep that mentality. You can't let the
Love
people.
God.
You can't let the people you surround yourself by get to you. You can't do none of that. Like,
Okay.
because that's the main thing to keep your composure when you're out here.
So you got to have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard thing to do, especially when you got morons. It just yeah. Okay.
And try not to hurt nobody.
Try not to. Okay, that's a key word. Try. All right, guys. Thank you. Hey, introduce yourselves to my viewer. April and Andy.
Barnett.
Yep.
Okay.
Carlos /Brewer.
Okay. All right,
And
guys.
Max.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.